Hi, folks. This is Jim with Song Tripping, and I wanted to do a quick video review of a popular Christmas album by Sarah McLachlan, and this is known as Wintersong. So let me talk a little bit about this album real briefly and tell you what I like about it. First of all, the album was a little unfamiliar to me when it came out. It was released in October of 2006, and it is, of course, by the famous Canadian chanteuse Sarah McLachlan, produced by her collaborator Pierre Marchand. And Jim Cregan of the Bare Naked Ladies is on this album as well as Diana Krall, another Canadian artist. Uh, this album was later released in complete songless plus some new tracks in 2015 on the album, the classic Christmas album. I don't have that one, but coming back to my story, I was not familiar with this album back in 2006 when it came out. I'm not sure why, but just one of those flew under the radar. And it was a popular album, though. It peaked at #1 on the Canadian Billboard Albums chart in 2006 and on the US Billboard 200 chart in 2006. It peaked at #7 and #1 on the US Top Holiday Albums chart. So it did quite well. It has sold, it went platinum in the United States, well over 1 million in certified unit sales. And in Canada, unit sales of over 300,000. So it did fine. I just missed it the first time around. I didn't come to know this album until I found it at a thrift store. I think I got this at Salvation Army, probably for $1. This is an album that you can find pretty easily on the used market in your thrift stores, charity shops, or your library sales or used record stores. You can see the lineup here, and it's a nice mix of old and new. We start out with Happy Christmas, War is Over. Then we move to that's the John Lennon song. And I really like Sarah's take on this. It sounds like a single. It's just very pumped up sound, like nice and like got a lot of oomph to it and beauty to it. Her voice is, she really brings a lot of life to that melody. What Child Is This? Of Greensleeves, another classic Christmas tune. And again, Sarah's voice is very well pitched to a number like this. River by Joni Mitchell. Oh my God, what a great sad Christmas song. One of my favorite sad Christmas songs. And Sarah really does it justice here. She just delivers a very fine vocals. Like, so as far as cover versions of Joni Mitchell songs, not many people can cover Joni very well, but Sarah McLachlan really nails it on this one. Then we move on to Wintersong. This was written by Sarah herself. So it's nice to hear something original. Not one of the most memorable tracks on the album, but I like it all the same. I'll Be Home for Christmas, a wonderful Christmas ballad written by Buck Ram, Kim Gannon, and Walter Kent. And Sarah does a respectable job on this. I really like "O Little Town of Bethlehem," just as just sort of a very interesting Christmas song, a very chromatic type of melody. And Sarah does a beautiful job with it, as well as the First Noel and Mary, Mary. And several of these songs were arranged by Sarah McLachlan herself, which was nice to hear. Silent Night, of course, a great Christmas classic, and you really want to hear a chanteuse like Sarah sing a tune such as this. Then a more obscure track, Song for a Winter's Night. This is by Gordon Lightfoot, and this is appropriate to the winter theme of the album. Not exactly a Christmas song, but definitely a winter song. And I like that she sort of included something a bit different for this. Then we have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, of course, awesome, awesome, one of my favorite Christmas songs. And In the Bleak Midwinter, this is sort of a more obscure traditional song, and Sarah does a nice job with it. And we close with the Charlie Brown Christmas song, written by Vince Guaraldi, the great jazz pianist. Christmas Time Is Here, featuring Diana Krall on piano, and a nice, respectable version of this song. Maybe not my favorite cover of it, but it is certainly a respectable job all around. So I would give this album like 4 out of 5 stars, if not 5 stars. It's held up well over the years, and it's a kind of album you can easily find on the used market. Or, of course, you can stream it, I assume. I haven't double checked on Tidal and Spotify, but I have no doubt that either this or the more expanded Christmas album, the classic Christmas album by Sarah McLachlan, would be available. So treat yourself to the fine vocal stylings of Sarah McLachlan. She really is one of the best 90s, 2000s female singers of her era. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have comments, tell us what you like about Wintersong by Sarah McLachlan, or if you have other recommendations, please do share them in the comments. And I hope you like the video and become a subscriber. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.